We just thought we'd give you an update on how the Angel Tandem ride's going. This is the ride around the far north, or Tai Tokelau. We've been on the road for 7 days now, and just ticked over 427 kilometres. And I guess one thing that the ride's driven home to us is how tough it is for. Well, it's been tough for us because there's not a lot of places where you can buy food once you get away from the few main centres that are up here, and what food there is extremely expensive and very limited in range. Some of the roads we've been over have been absolutely atrocious. 65% of the roads here in the far north are unsealed, and these roads were deadly. We came off the bike on one, it was just totally deep gravel. And of course, as we've been riding along, the state of housing in the area is, well, most people in New Zealand just wouldn't even live in the places that some of these families are having to live in. And of course, it's the little kids, the vulnerable kids, that Bald Angels have been trying to help. And we can certainly attest to that. And apart from the cost of food, the lack of infrastructure, today after 7 days is the first bit of really reliable internet connection that we've had, and across along the roads, because they're so rough, people simply haven't got a choice but to have a car and drive somewhere. Those roads are just going to shake the cars to bits. So yeah, I mean, these are just some of the challenges that we've found in our travels so far, and we really feel for the people who have to live up here all the time, and particularly the ones that live down most of these dusty, rugged roads, and the ones that Bald Angels are really trying to help, and help the young kids in particular to at least even get to school, have a reasonable existence, have a hope of an existence, really. What about you, Ruth?
And yes, I think some of the things that I think about is how far away from facilities these children are. Where we think of children in cities, and they can pop down the road to their local doctors and get their immunisations and get treated for whatever. But these children, if the parents don't have a car, I guess they just have to fight through that whole episode of illness. And we know that they have one of the highest rates of rheumatic fever in the country. So you can understand any kind of help. You're going to have to travel along those awful roads up there, and the nearest facilities are a long way away for many of those people. So there's some really desperate situations up here in the north, and so we just want to remind people, just think of some of these people up here, and if you can, give a little.
Yeah, we're putting ourselves out. We've certainly been well out of our comfort zone already. We've even been camping in a tiny little tent, and I'm covered in mosquito bites at the moment. But gosh, it's nothing compared to what these families are living in, and particularly the kids. And we live in Kerikeri, we live in a street where the schools are, and we see those roads are absolutely chock full of traffic, with people dropping off their kids probably from maybe a couple of kilometres away, whereas I know some of them have to drive along dusty roads as well, but there's no just jumping in the car and driving the kids to school every day, or even jumping in the car and popping down to get a bottle of milk or a loaf of bread because you forgot it. That's just not a practical option, and I'm sure that's common to a lot of parts of rural New Zealand, but up here it certainly seems to be pretty desperate. Anyway, we want to thank those people who have already given to us, and we hope that when it comes to the big ride in October, and we head off for the other 7,000 or so kilometres, Some of you will be motivated by the videos and that we're posting, and also the blog posts we're putting on detours.co.nz. And remember, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Angel Tandem, or also YouTube, where we have a channel and we're posting regular updates. So thanks again, and yeah, we look forward to keeping you updated.